Okay, 3, 2, 1, action. What's up, everybody? It's your boy kingobutunda. I'm back again with another live episode. I apologize, I got another phone in my hand. I'm trying to pull up my live. I'm going live. What's been going on with you guys? It's been a minute since I've been on this video, uh, doing any content of any kind. And I just want to talk to you guys and give you guys updates on what I got going on right now. Just talk a little bit about my situation. You guys know, back in the U.S. Didn't plan on coming back actually no time soon, but I actually I ended up coming back a little bit sooner than I expected. And well, I'm here, back home, back in Virginia. I'm not gonna say specifically where, but for those of you who know me personally, you know where I'm at. So let's go ahead and get right into it because it's not gonna be a long live video, and I'm not really gonna talk to you guys like all day long or whatever. Try to make this about 30 minutes or so. And like I said, I'm just giving you guys an update on where I've been at and what I've been doing these last few months, and why I decided to give social media a rest for a little while, and why I wasn't doing no content creation on my platform, because I did content creation on other platforms, just not on mine. And there's reasons behind that. So one of the things I'll talk about is some of the things that I did on other platforms before I get into everything else. When I decided to take a break from social media, it was a couple months ago, probably like 4 months ago now, I think, maybe 5 months. And for personal reasons, some of which I'm not going to talk about, I decided to go ahead and take a break. But the ones that I will talk about is there was a lot of situations that were going on in Uganda as far as COVID is concerned. The lockdown situation was, the rules over there were being, very strict, things of that nature. And around the time, I would say around summertime, I was trying to start up a business doing social media, like creating a share space for social media. And I was basically putting, some money into it because what I was trying to do was open up an office space and, acquire some equipment so that I can help Ugandans who are also into social media produce social media content, good quality content using good quality equipment, things of that nature. But unfortunately, um, because of curfew hours and other things that were going on in Uganda, was unsuccessful at doing that. So with that being said, I had ended up losing that program, and I was trying to finesse situations and try to, when one door closes, open up another door basically. And because of lockdown, things just really weren't changing for for what I was trying to do. And if I was into farming, which I am now, I'll talk about that now in a few. But if I was into farming earlier on, which I had planned to be, but I didn't do it when I was supposed to do it because I was really procrastinating and I was doing too many things at one time. But if I was into farming, I'd still be there now. Basically, I would have never left because I had other projects going on. But I ended up starting my farming project right before I left, and the farming project that I'm doing, it's not like a major project with crops or anything like that. I'm actually doing chickens. I started up a little chicken farm back in Kabale, in Tungamo actually, but not Kabale. And I got like 300 chickens out there. It's a small scale project that I'm doing, and I'm doing it at a small scale so I can learn the trade and everything of that nature. I have a lot to be taught, and I have a lot to learn. And basically, that's one of my smaller projects that I was doing. And being an entrepreneur is very new to me, and I will say that I definitely jumped into a lot of projects without having prior knowledge of the trades. And without having prior knowledge of just a lot of things basically. And that was my own mistake. That was my own mistake, but I learned a lot from that lesson, you know. And I'm not saying I failed at what I did. I didn't fail at what I did at all. It just took me longer to accomplish some of the things that I needed to accomplish, and could have done it at a short amount of time had I had a lot of inside information. But I chose to go about it, you know, personally on my own because I was having issues with people, you know, trustworthy people at the time. So I just, you know, just went head first into it, and started up my own projects on my own. I want to say what's up to everybody who's joining my live. Appreciate everybody who's tuning in. I just hit 8,000 subscribers last night. I know I'm a little bit all over the place, but I just hit 8,000 subscribers last night. And I want to say thank you to the few people who are just joined my community. And I would like to welcome you guys to my community, welcome you guys to my journey. And I appreciate you guys for tuning in and watching everything that I got going on. And, you know, subscribing to my channel, and not only subscribing to my channel, but just following, you know, what my journey basically. So once again, I do appreciate that. And open up the chat. Want to see if anybody's talking right now. So yeah, I do appreciate that, and I do appreciate everybody who's been following my journey so far, who's just been bearing with me. Because if you really know anything about moving out of the country, you know it's a process, it's a journey. It's not something that can be really be done overnight, unless you are retired or you've already got a lot of things done. You've already been to other countries abroad. You know, my life right now is still, you know, a journey, and I'm doing the best I can to make sure that I don't ruin this journey basically or end up in a bad place. You understand? So moving forward, back to my projects I was talking about. um I decided to go into the chicken business because I plan to be in the next 5 to 10 years a major chicken retailer in the western region of Uganda. As far as the chicken retail, I'm trying to do chicken and chicken products. So right now I'm starting off with eggs, and eventually I'll be doing other chicken products as well. But I want to start off with eggs to see, you know, how that project runs and how the business is in the western region of Uganda. And eventually I plan on doing other projects, but I need to do something to, you know, have those residuals coming in. I needed some passive income, and doing eggs in Uganda is very passive income because it's guaranteed. You know, you get eggs every day, and you can sell pretty much every single day a carton of eggs, you know. But I plan to do a lot more than that, you know what I'm saying? I haven't, I'm not gonna put all the details out there yet because I have a lot of things written down, and I'm sitting in this car right now, so I didn't bring any of my paperwork with me. So, outside of that, other projects that I've been working on, many of you probably seen me in music video. I was actually going to be in a couple of music videos, but I had an incident that took me away from being in a second music video. And I was in a celebrity, Ugandan celebrity. His name is Jose Chameleon. If you guys don't know Jose Chameleon, I highly recommend you go after this live. You go on YouTube and you type in Jose Chameleon, like the little animal chameleon, the reptile, and type in Forever. His video is called Forever, and I played a role in that video as well. Um, Other than that, what else did I do? I was on Strugglewood. I was, you know, I work with King Ghana channel a lot, or not a lot, but sometimes. And I have plans to do a lot more work with him when I get back to Uganda. Unfortunately, when I left, you know, a lot of things had happened recently, and I'll get into that as well. So I had to have my space from everything. I had to really take a mental break from everything in these last couple months. Really, December was really a month that tested me a lot. Let me crack these windows. It's a little hot up in here. Hang on one second, y'all. All right, so as I was saying, yeah, I was in a music video. I was in a few other things as well. I was actually working with a brother out there, a Ugandan brother. I'm not going to mention his name right now, but he was teaching me how to do a little bit of filmmaking things and teaching me about different techniques, video techniques, things of that nature. So I wanted to improve my craft as far as filming and editing as well. So that was another reason why I took a break from doing social media for a little bit. And uh, that whole thing with being with Joseph Chameleon was a blessing. I want to give a shout out to a friend of mine. His name is Max Chizito. Some of y'all probably know him. If you're Ugandan, you probably know him. He was Sheila's partner for a while, Sheila Salta. And I'm not going to get into that either because that's none of y'all business. I don't get into certain things. But Max was a good friend of mine. He was the one that connected me to Jose Chameleon and Radio, well, not Radio, but Weasel, who's the group Radio and Weasel, and many other artists and celebs in Uganda, including my favorite artist right now, Zex Belanjilanji. So I just want to give a shout out to Max for that. I do appreciate you for that, my bro. See you guys when I get back. But that's one of the bigger projects that I was on. That video was actually shot on my birthday, and it was an amazing experience to have. You know, I didn't think I'd ever be in a music video in Uganda, but it's funny because a few months before I shot that video, I did an interview with Sasha Vibes, who shot the video for Joseph Chameleon. And if anybody watched that video with Sasha Vibes, I mentioned to Sasha Vibes that, you know, the next time he probably sees me, he'll probably see me on set. And at that time, I had no idea that I was going to be in a music video or be a part of anything. You understand? So that was just me manifesting something that I really wanted to happen in my life, and it happened. So I've been working on that a lot lately too, manifesting things that I really want to happen in my life. I've been trying to figure out ways to do that more and more, and that was one of the things that I ended up manifesting. You know, this farming project is another thing I ended up manifesting because I said I wanted to do that 2 years ago, and now I'm doing it. So slowly but surely, I am manifesting the things that I do want in my life, and it is happening. It's coming. You know, I just had to be patient, and I can be very impatient sometimes. I can be very how could I say? Yeah, I guess just impatient. You know, I just don't like to wait for things sometimes, but good things will come my way. You know, as long as I'm willing to wait for it and work hard for it. You know, other than that, the day we shot that video, the guys took me out for my birthday, and I twisted my ankle that night. So I was supposed to be, it was a surprise to me, but I was gonna be in Navio's video. Navio is another artist in Uganda. So for those of you who don't know Navio, he's a very good rapper in Uganda. Some people even say I favor him. When I had my dreadlocks, I favored him as an artist. Um, and I was supposed to be in his latest videos called Raha, and I ended up, because I twisted my ankle, I definitely wasn't able to be in that video. It's his I'm a Piano music video. He's like one of the few artists in Uganda who's doing I'm a Piano. Anybody who knows what that is, that's South African music, and it's now crossing over into different genres of music or different areas of Africa. In particular, Uganda. There's a few artists in Uganda who are doing I'm a Piano type music, and Navio is one of the latest ones to do it, and his song Raha is amazing. Though I had a chance to be on set to see how that was, how that played out, I didn't get a chance to be a part of the video. But being on set was the greatest thing for me because it allowed me to see how, you know, Sasha Vibes does his filmmaking. Because even though Sasha Vibes shoots videos, the process of him shooting a video is just like you know, shooting a movie or something of that nature. So I call it filmmaking, not, you know, video making, basically. And that was one of the things that I was able to manifest, you know, because I said to myself that I wanted to learn how to do filmmaking. I wanted to learn how to do proper video editing, things of that nature, how to put things together to tell a story, you know, how to put videos together to tell a story. And being a part of Sasha Vibes video shoot was a great way for me to get inside knowledge on how to do those things. So I do appreciate Sasha Vibes. Shout out to Sasha Vibes for that. Shout out to Joseph Chameleon. Shout out to Weasel Manizo. Shout out to JB, and everybody else, Navio, and everybody else who took me around them and showed me how things are going in Uganda, how music videos are done in Uganda, you know, how they shoot things and get stuff done, basically, as far as video content goes. So that was one of the projects I had worked on. Again, I mentioned Kinganda, was working with Strugglewood. So for those of you who don't know, you probably do know if you follow the King Ghana channel. This is actually, I really didn't want to, you know, talk about this, and I'm not going to get into depth about it, but I lost a good friend of mine who was a part of the King Ghana team. His name is Kim the Comic, and I purposely stayed off of social media because it really, really, it still hurts me to know that he's no longer with us. And I'm not trying to use his name for clout, and I definitely didn't want to make a video to try to clout chase or anything like that. You know, he was a good friend of mine, and I don't see a need to, create a video to show y'all, how sad I am or whatever the case may be. If anybody did it, that's their business. I'm not judging them for it. I personally handle death differently than other people do, and I tend to keep things to myself and handle it my own way. I mourn my own way. So, it took me a few days to accept that he's no longer here with us, and it just really hurt me. And around that time when I had found out about it, I was kind of getting out of my slump, and I was trying to get back into social media. And when that situation happened, I really, really felt hurt behind that, and I really didn't want to do social media for a while. I was actually not going to do this live for a while. I was going to put this live off for another couple months, but I decided to go ahead and put some information out there to you guys now. It's a new year, new me, and I want to let you guys know that I'm okay, I'm alive. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things happening behind the scenes that you guys don't know about, and I purposely just don't talk about, because if you know me by now, I'm a private person basically. So when that happened, it happened around the time where I also lost other family members back home, back here in Virginia, and it just there's a lot of death happening at one time. And like I said, I handle it my own way, so I couldn't really be on social media. I couldn't really create content and still process those feelings, or emotions or whatever. So for those of you who don't know, like I said, Kim the Comic passed away in a very tragic and unfortunate accident, and it really hurt me. I know it hurt the Uganda team, and I wish I was there with those guys to, give them emotional support and allow myself to get emotional support from them as well. I wanted to jump on the next thing smoking right back to Uganda to be there for the funeral, but I couldn't be there for that. I couldn't be there for my friends back home, and it really hurt me. You know what I'm saying? That I don't usually get bothered by a lot of things, but that right there was one of those things that really, really bothered me, and it still does bother me a lot. So other than that, I really don't want to talk about that no more. Other than that, uh, one of the other main reasons why I decided to take a break from social media is because a lot of the backlash that I was receiving from my people after the whole thing with my ex-fiance didn't work out. I've been receiving a lot of hate mail, emails, and comments from, they could be people who are not African Americans who are creating fake accounts to troll me, or they could be my own people. I don't know, because there's no faces or names attached with these, or there's names, but it could be fake names, but there's no faces attached with these profiles. So I don't really get into investigating who these people are, but I've been receiving a lot of negative comments from people, and I'm not gonna say it hurt my feelings or anything like that, but it definitely bothered me. It made me feel like, what was I doing wrong that would make somebody want to say, some of the things that they were saying about me and my situation, and say it in a negative way. And I just couldn't figure out, why people were saying some of the stuff they were saying. But one of the comments that people were saying was about my ex fiance in the past relationship, and in particular was black women. I assume, because the names on on the account seemed like a black name to me, and I've heard these things come from other black women before on Instagram, and it crossed over into my YouTube as well. And it could be other women. I'm not sure. I'm not singling out black women at all, but just from what I read from the names, they look like black people names to me, and feminine black people names. So I assume that they were black women. But some individuals, human individuals, were very bitter about my decision to go to Uganda, and also finding love in Uganda. And I remember I did a video with O'Shea back in the like a couple years ago, and he was asking me about questions about why I decided to get married in Uganda, and choose an African wife or African woman over an African American woman, things of that nature. And during that time, you know, a lot of people were really upset at the fact that, I guess maybe they misinterpreted my words, but I tried to make sure I said everything I could say so that people don't feel like I'm targeting black women, because I have a black mother and I have black sisters, you know what I'm saying? I would never disrespect black women in America for any reason, you know. Well, I'll never target them and disrespect them on social media for whatever reasons, you know what I'm saying? But I tried to answer his questions in a way that were my opinion, well, that will show you guys that it was my opinion and wasn't, you know, nobody else's opinion influencing me or anything like that. And I just received a lot of backlash from my own people, and it just wasn't good, you know. So those things just continued to carry on, and you know, a lot of our people just didn't hesitate to let me know that, you know, I'm stupid for going over there and doing this and doing that and choosing other women over black women in America, giving up the good fight, you know, the usual rhetoric. And you know, it just gets old, and it's annoying, you know. It gets really old at a certain point, and the fact that I had to keep explaining to people that I'm not really choosing one thing over another because of what my people have done or didn't do. It was my own personal choices to leave America to go and find a better future for myself. You know, it had nothing to really to do with the good fight or whatever the case may be. My ancestors dying for America and all this other stuff. You know, I have a choice to make as an adult. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown man. I can make my own choices in life, you know, not based off of past experiences or future experiences, but what I want in my life, you know. And I wanted to live in another country and create my own future in another country, basically start a business and live my own life in another country. And I received a lot of backlash from it, and I wasn't really expecting that from my people. You know, I expected that from foreign people, you know, who are not black Americans, but I really didn't expect that from my people. And I got a lot of it from my own people. You know, I received a lot of emails from people who let me know what they were thinking, basically, and they gave me a piece of their mind, and it was just really uncalled for, and it was really unnecessary. And I feel like, you know, if there was something constructive that you were trying to say, you definitely missed it, and you definitely just said a lot of negative things, and it was nothing constructive out of what you were saying. Basically, you were just trying to hurt me because you felt hurt or whatever the case may be. But that's one of the reasons, like I said, one of the major reasons why I decided to take a break from social media, because I just got tired of reading that stuff. You know, I would go into my YouTube Studio app and look at some of the comments that were left behind. I like to read a lot of the positive comments because it gives me motivation to do more good things on social media. But then, you know, I also get these negative comments from people, and it's just unnecessary, and it's irritating, if anything, you know. Excuse me one second. Yeah, so like I said, it's really irritating, it's unnecessary. So like I said, that was one of the major reasons. And I've recently allowed myself to gain the mental fortitude to stop allowing those things to get to me. You know, people tell me before, you know, oh, don't worry about them, you know, they just haters or whatever the case may be. But, you know, I react with anger a lot of times, and I can be emotional. I'm an emotional guy, but I don't show emotion like sadness. I show emotion like anger. And that leads me to be very defensive about things, and I don't look at things the way I should, which is in the aspect of when people are saying negative things to me, I really shouldn't really look at it and care so much. You know, they said it, it happened, it is what it is, move on. And now that I've just turned 30 and I've experienced a lot of things in my life in this last year, up until the point where I turned 30, I've learned to not hold on to these things, because life is very short, you know, life is too short to be holding on to a lot of what people are saying, all these negative comments. And I just had to move on with my life and stop living with that that mentality that, you know, these people are attacking me or whatever the case may be. People are gonna say what they want to say, and not everybody's gonna agree with my journey. Not everybody's gonna agree with what I got going on. So I had to make that decision for myself to move the fuck on with my life, basically. So that's basically what it is. All right. So if anybody got something negative to say, you know, that's your business. I no longer am going to allow you to change my mentality, change who I am, and I allow myself to be changed by what you guys are saying. You know what I'm saying? I only look for the positive stuff in every situation that happens, and it's currently what I'm trying to do now. Right now, I'm going through the phase of accepting the losses that I've had in these last 2 years, the losses of people that's been around me, and focusing on the things that I've gained in the last 2 years. And I may not have gained as much as other people on social media. I may not have gained a huge following. I may not have gained a large income, but I have done things in my life in the last 10 years that I never would have thought I would be able to accomplish, 10 years ago. I've been in places in my life where I never thought I'd be able to go. I've seen things I never thought I'd be able to see. I've had accomplishments, and I had to learn to stop comparing myself to other people and comparing my accomplishments to other people's accomplishments as well, because everyone's journey is different. Some people don't achieve certain things, the true greatness that they can achieve in their life until, like, later on in their life, when they're like 30, 40, 50. And I had to learn to live with that. I had to learn to accept it. Life is too short, like I said. So I had to learn to stop worrying about other people's accomplishments and focus on my own. And that was just something that took me a long time to accept. People tell me that all the time. I have someone in my life, my godmother, who's in my life, who gives me a lot of support via social media. She follows a lot of things that I do, and she gives me a lot of support on Instagram. And she talks to me in a way that she tries to get me to understand, that there's other things in life that I could be focused on other than, all this negative stuff. And that's what I'm choosing to focus on now. And I have to also remember that that's a major thing that I do a lot. I make these choices to bring this negativity in my life. So now I'm going to make these choices to take the negativity out of my life and bring more positivity in my life and focus more on the things that I want. So with that being said, talk to you guys a little bit about what I'm going to focus on. I'm going to wrap this video up soon because, like I said, I don't want this to be too long. I actually got to go to work. Start my first day of work day. I came back to get a job, make some money, because I got projects that I got going on in Uganda, and I got a really good job actually. I'm gonna talk about that after, but I kind of lost my train of thought. So I was saying, like, I'm gonna start focusing more on myself and everything, and more on. Oh, I got a lot of comments. I got a lot of comments. I appreciate everybody for tuning into this live. Thanks again. If you are just not tuning in, go ahead and give this live a thumbs up. If you like what I'm talking about or whatever, if you continue to follow my journey, just give me a thumbs up. Give me a shout out. Let me know where you are. Speaking of shout outs, I do want to give a shout out to a few people who have been in my life and everything. But like I said, I'm going to start focusing more on myself and my upcoming projects, and just doing my own thing. I'm not really concerned with what a whole lot of other people got going on anymore, because like life is way too short. So one of the upcoming projects I'm gonna be focusing on in the next, I don't even know how long, but it's filmmaking. So I'm not gonna be doing so much vlogging. I'm gonna be doing more cinematic things. I'm gonna be focusing more on filmmaking. I'm gonna be studying a lot more on that. I'm trying to raise some money right now so I can go to film school, because I'm really planning on doing that. I want to take filmmaking a lot more serious, because I plan on doing a docu-series when I get back to Uganda. I'm gonna be doing documentaries, but it's gonna be in a series of documentaries. So I'm definitely planning on doing some of that when I get back. So I got a few projects that I'm working on right now. Trying to get some bread so I can buy some more filmmaking equipment. I'm gonna be working with King Ghana channel and O'Shea. Be working with him when I get back. Hopefully, I get back in a timely manner, because business is business and people got to move on with their business. You know what I'm saying? Can't wait for me forever. So I want to get back in a timely manner to make sure that I can seize those opportunities as best as possible. Um, Hopefully by the time I get back, all this COVID stuff is going to be over with in Uganda. I know this COVID stuff is crazy right now in the U.S. Yo, all these new strains is popping out, and it's crazy. I did not want to come back here to all of this, man. I tried to avoid coming back here, but like I said, I didn't really have a choice at the time. So yeah, those are the projects I'm be working on. Filmmaking and doing some of those things. What did I say? Oh, I said I was going to tell you guys about my job. So I apologize if I'm a little bit all over the place. I had a lot of this stuff down, and I actually left my paper inside the house, and I'm about to leave to go to work in a few minutes, so I don't feel like going back in the house. Um, but I work for a NGO, and this NGO, it takes I'm basically a driver. I transport people to and from work. It's a nonprofit organization that's sponsored by the city of actually it's multiple cities, but it's sponsored by Hampton Roads basically. And I chose this job because I wanted to work with vulnerable people, but I want to work closely with my people who live in certain conditions, who used to live like how I live basically. And I want to talk to people about my journey and where I've been and what I've gone through. And when I got hired for this job, I talked to my soon to be boss about everything that I'm going through. And turns out that this NGO, a lot of the people who are in this NGO actually go to and from Ghana. This shirt that I'm wearing is actually made in Ghana, and they have a lot of things that they're doing out in Ghana as well. So, all this stuff is happening for a reason. Me connecting with a lot of people is all happening for a reason. I thought me coming back to my city, I'll be disconnected from Africa once again, but turns out I'm working with people who are just as connected, with Africa, in particular West Africa, as I am with East Africa. And it's amazing, talking to people who have shared a similar journey, from what I've shared and gone through some of the things that I've gone through. It's an amazing experience basically. So that's a little bit of what I'm doing right now. Trying to raise money to build up my other projects, because I was supposed to have some investors who were working with me back in November and December, but unfortunately in Uganda there was a series of bombings that happened, and these investors who did want to work with me had backed out because of the situation that happened in Uganda. And from what I'm told, the situation has been taken care of. It's under control now, so there is no major terrorist threat or anything like that in Uganda. It's safe to travel. It's safe to move around. The country is about to open up for they're about to get rid of curfew, and they're about to open up the economy fully, so everything is going to basically go back to normal. They are in their third wave of corona, but once again, the third wave it's not as bad as the second or the first. So they're gonna deal with things their own way of dealing with it. They have vaccines if people want to take it. They have immune boosters if people want to take that as well. So they have many ways of handling this COVID situation. And to make a long story short, hang on 1 second. People out here cutting grass. I don't know if you guys can hear me properly. Yeah, with that being said, COVID situation is changing in Uganda, so I want to get back as soon as possible to seize those opportunities. But before I get back, I'm working. I had to bite the bullet, go ahead and get a job. I never said I wouldn't do it again. It's just I was put this off as long as possible because I was trying to pursue being an entrepreneur. And right now, I'm just trying to focus on myself, build up myself again back to where I was, because I burned through my savings in the last 2 years. I had money saved up for starting my projects, and I blew all of that, various reasons, starting up this project, that project, investing in this, investing in that, buying this equipment, buying that equipment, moving. I moved around so many different times. I moved from this apartment to that apartment to that apartment. I probably moved maybe 5 times in the last 2 years, something like that, maybe 6 times, something of that nature. So that costs a lot of money basically, and I'm just trying to focus on getting a lot of my equipment back, getting a new PC, buying a better drone. There's a new drone that just dropped by DJI. It's called the DJI Mavic 3, and I'm definitely trying to invest in that one, as their top of line cinematic camera has a Hasselblad camera. If anybody knows anything about photography, Hasselblad is one of the top camera companies in the world, and DJI has a partnership with them now, and they have a Hasselblad camera that is built into the DJI camera gimbal. So I definitely want to get that because it provides excellent cinematic quality, and I want to invest in that. I'm going to get a new DSLR, and I'm working with my old DSLR. I left back home from my mom. I'm going to be working with her because she wants to start up her channel as well. So her channel is based on prayer. She's a minister right now, and she's trying to do online ministries. So I want to help my mom do her online ministries, things of that nature. and help her learn how to do vlogging and live videos, things of that nature. I know I don't do it the best, but I can teach her what tips and techniques I do know. And so for those of you who are into online ministries, in particular the Christian ministries, you can definitely follow my mom on her social media. And when her platform is fully operational, I'll be dropping links for those things so you guys can follow her stories or her journeys and everything. My mom has been through a lot of different things, so she has a lot to teach and a lot to talk about, you know. So that's one thing I did want to throw out to you guys. But that's basically what I've been focusing on lately. So I'm gonna go ahead and read a few of these comments, see if you guys are asking any questions. Try to answer a bit of questions. So if you have any questions for me at this time, go ahead and drop a comment now. I'm gonna read a few of these comments for a few minutes, and then I'm gonna go ahead and close this live out because I have to get to work in a few minutes, about 30 minutes or so. So let me go ahead and read these comments now. All right. Oh yeah. Let me, before I read the comments, but give shout outs to a few people. I already shout out Sasha Vibes, shout out Joseph Chameleon, shout out Zex. Who else I want to shout out? Shout out Max already, Sheila, Small Girl, Sheila Salta. You guys follow Sheila Salta on NBS Catch Up. If you guys are back in Uganda, definitely want to follow Sheila and her son Liam. Liam actually has his own social media platform. He's doing big things. He's got a TV show coming out. He got a lot of big things coming on. Shout out to my boy Atlas, Atlas African True Stories. You guys don't know Atlas, he's also another rapper in Uganda, but he's more than just a rapper. He's an entrepreneur as well, and he's a good friend of mine, Atlas and Gasuza. I want to give shout out to my boy Vince as well, another good friend of mine out there. Shout out to Billy, my boy Billy, uh, billionaire. I want to shout out billionaire. And this time I'm gonna shout out a few subscribers that I was able to link up with while I was there. This guy named Kevin. Kevin's a great guy, great guy. I'm not gonna say he's a good guy. He's a great guy. He's about to be soon retired NYPD, and he's a really great guy who came to Uganda to visit, and he had a great experience. Me and him got to. He was actually one of the last people I was able to link up with before I left Uganda, as far as the subscriber is concerned. And I was really trying not to do a whole lot of that, linking up with subscribers, because it's going through personal things, and I don't talk about personal things with a lot of people. But you know, he's a great individual, older fellow, and I was just fortunate to be able to link up with him. Another brother from the DMV area. Shout out to my boy Sterling. Hope you're doing all right, bro. Forgot what you said you are, but I know we're gonna link up when we get back to you, the both of us. So shout out to my boy from the DMV. There's a few other people. Oh, Jerry. Shout out to Jerry as well. He looked out for me a lot. And I want to give a shout out to everybody who also donated to my channel and donated to my platform in the past. I greatly appreciate all those donations. It definitely helped me out a lot. I put a lot of it towards my savings so I can start on my other projects. In particular, recently, those who had donated to me, I didn't talk about this before because I was going to show you guys, but unfortunately I had left before I could show you. But I put a lot of my savings, or put a lot of what you donated to my savings so I can start up my chicken project. And those of you who donated to me, it definitely went towards that, starting up my chicken project in Ntungamo. So I definitely appreciate that for everybody who looked out for me. In the next upcoming year, I'm going to be doing a lot of vlogging as far as agricultural thing. Well, not vlogging, but a part of my docu-series is going to be my agricultural journey as well. I'm going to be doing my building project because I'm going to be investing in some land very soon so I can start building my house. And so I got a few things that's coming up in this next coming year. So I'm gonna be coming back and forth from Uganda to America. Hopefully the COVID situation doesn't really get too bad to where I can't travel, because I really plan on traveling a lot. So you guys look out for those projects that's coming up. I'm definitely gonna be doing a lot of filmmaking. Planning on doing another documentary. So you guys look out for those projects. As far as my shout outs are concerned, I think that's about it. Everybody back home, my boy Hamoud, True, everybody else back home. I can't wait to see you guys when I get back. Shout out to everybody I was hanging with back in UG. I'm not gonna drop too many names because those are my personal, homies and whatnot. Do want to give a shout out to one of my drivers, Moses. He's a really great guy. Moses is a guy I typically link people up with when they come to Uganda, who reach out to me, who need resources in Uganda. I typically give them Moses' number, because Moses, like I said, he's a great guy. He knows a lot about Uganda. He can move around, and he has a lot of resources and connections that can help people when they arrive, basically. So as far as that is concerned, I think that's about it for the shout outs. And shout out to all my subscribers, basically, who's been following my journey. So shout out to you guys back home. Appreciate everybody who's just been watching and following my journey. Yeah, hello, we miss you. Like your tenacity, I appreciate it. Mr. Uganda, what's up? What's up, Dog Guitar? My brother King from Mbarara City, Western Uganda, living in Doha. Yeah, I was in Qatar too. I took a flight. That's my favorite airline to take from here on out until I find another one. But Qatar Airlines is the ish. I'm telling you, like I love Qatar Airlines. So I can imagine how Doha is. I wanna visit the city actually. But continue owing the King's back, brother Kingobutunda. Night life lesson in Uganda, RP a young king, long time. I miss you. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so those of you who are just tuning in, I did mention that I lost a friend of mine. A lot of you were saying that you didn't know that he passed away. Kim the comic had passed away. One of the last projects me and Kim had worked on, if anybody knows this band, they're called Afrigo Band. Afrigo Band is a huge popular band in East Africa. They're a bit older for the older generation, but they are a huge band in East Africa. And I was able to shoot a promotional video for them. Unfortunately, the company I shot the video for, I guess they lost the venue and they never used the video. So I still have it. I'm going to drop it on my TikTok and I'm going to drop it on my Instagram. So for those of you who follow me on TikTok, it's king_obutunda. Those of you who follow me on Instagram, King Obutunda. I'm going to be dropping that soon so you guys can see that. And it's a video that me and Kim had shot together. I did all the drone shots. Kim did everything on the ground, and I edited the video and I put it together. And that was the last thing that me and Kim had worked on together. Or was it the Strugglewood? I think it actually was the Strugglewood. It might have either been Strugglewood or it was the Afrigo Band video shoot. I want to say it was the Afrigo Band video shoot though. No, I'm lying. It was the podcast. The podcast were the last things that we had worked on. O'Shea had invited me to work with Kinganda, and I was with Joan Nita and Kim. We were doing a couple podcasts, and supposed to come back and do that again, and I plan to do that. So you guys are going to see me on their podcast a lot more when I get back. I'm going to be doing a lot more of that, and helping with the Kinganda team as well. So that was one of the things that we had worked on together. And like I said, man, every time I think about it, it really does bother me. I don't show it, but it really does bother me that he's no longer with me right now. And it is what it is, man. I ain't gonna talk about it too much more. So yeah, I'm just reading some of these comments. I got another phone in my hand, so I'm just looking down, reading some of these comments. For those of you who don't know, I am back in Virginia. I came back home to Virginia. I said that I mentioned it earlier in my live, but if you're just tuning in, I am back in Virginia. I plan to come back to Uganda maybe in March. I would like to be in March because this job, has a 90-day probation. So I'm gonna put in my request in I think today or tomorrow, whichever day I get to the office. Put in my request early in advance so it can already be there, so I can get that time off. And I'll be in Uganda. I won't be back in Uganda to do like vlogging or anything like that. I'm going back to get my projects off the ground, check on my chickens and everything like that, and make sure everything is running smoothly with my business. Talk to a few retailers and things of that nature, and set up a few contracts for some major production. So that would be some of the things I'll focus on when I get back to Uganda. Good day, brother. Do you plan to remain in Uganda long term the next time you go back, or plan to be back frequently? So yeah, I pretty much answered that question for you, Mr. Hillary. Yona B, what's up? Long time subscriber. Mr. Musunguzi, what's up, man? What's up, Mr. Musunguzi? For those of you who don't know Mr. Musunguzi, he is a cinematic vlogger in Uganda. The reason why I say cinematic vlogger is because his vlogs are absolutely amazing. If you guys like SPK lifestyle, if you like Jay from SPK, Mr. Musanguzi is like the Ugandan version, basically. His vlogs are amazing. He uses half the equipment SBK uses and produces like the same quality cinematic vlogs, basically. So for those of you who don't know him, definitely go check out his YouTube channel. He's a Ugandan YouTuber named Mr. Musinguzi. So go check him out. Hello, are you in Kampala? No, I'm not. Just let you guys know when I'm going back. And some people saying they're going back in August. I was supposed to link up with some people at the end of January and February, but unfortunately, like I said, I'm not going to have the opportunity to do that. But there'll be plenty of times for those things. I'll probably have like another YouTube, like a subscribers link up or something like that in the future, like how I had was it last year when I had a Conscious Black Travelers and another brother named Steve. I had a couple people come out to my house. We did like a little barbecue. I plan on doing something like that again. So you guys stay tuned for stuff like that, and check me out, in the future. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, if you guys don't have any more questions, I'm gonna go ahead and close out this live. Nothing wrong with regrouping. Of course, correcting King. Sorry for the loss of your friend. Be encouraged. Nash Musa, what's up, big bruh? I'm Ugandan, living in Doha, but a long time to. Okay, that's what's up. So yeah, I'm not seeing you guys having more questions. So we'll go ahead and end this live. I'm not really sure when I'm gonna upload again. I'll probably do another live video giving you guys updates as to what I got going on here. But for the most part, I don't really vlog while I'm in Virginia. But I will say this: you guys can look out for my YouTube channel and my TikTok because I'm gonna be doing a lot more stuff with my drone, doing a lot of cinematic shoots with my drone. There's a brother here in Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia, who is currently working on a documentary about my hometown, about things that we go through back home and why I chose to escape, you know what I'm saying? But he's going to be shedding light on a lot of stuff that goes on in the hood, I guess, or these neighborhoods and whatnot. And his name is Malcolm Fisher. You guys can check him out on his YouTube. He already has a one-part series out. I'm gonna reach out to that brother because I want to work with him to do a docu-series about my hometown and everything like that. I may feature it on my YouTube, I may not, but you guys definitely want to check out that. I'm going to be putting a lot of cinematic footage on my YouTube as far as my hometown, things about my hometown. I'm going to do a little docu-series about why I chose to leave. So that's going to be my upcoming project that I got going on. Feature a few things about around town and what I experienced growing up and things of that nature, and what led me up to the journey or the point that I decided to just go ahead and bounce from here. So you guys look out for that project that I got going on. And then also, other than that, like I said, when I get back to Uganda, you guys look out for those projects that I got going on. And I appreciate everybody who's been following my journey so far. If this is the end of it for you and you were tired of kingobutunda, I appreciate you following me up until this point. Anybody else who are just now tuning in, who are just now subscribing to my channel, I appreciate you guys for doing that. And I highly recommend you go back and look at some of my old work and see the things that I've been doing before, and see my journey, my progress for editing skills and stuff like that up until the point that I'm at now, because I definitely believe that I've improved my editing skills from when I first started vlogging all the way up until now. And look out for that Afrigo band video that I shot, the promotional video. I'm probably going to drop that tonight so you guys can see that. So you guys can follow me on my TikTok, which is king_obutunda. You can follow me on my Instagram, of course, it's King Obutunda. And then here you can subscribe. If you're not already subscribed, you can go ahead and do so now. Click that bell icon so you can get notifications live whenever I upload a video. And if you have any other questions for me, you missed my live and you just happen to have a question for me, you can go ahead and leave me a comment, or you can send me an email at kingobutunda at gmail.com. It's kingobutunda at gmail.com. You can DM me on Instagram. I'm trying to catch up with my DMs. I've been not really responding to a lot of my DMs for personal reasons. And I'm gonna get back into it. I'm gonna really get back into talking to my people and get out of this little slump, because I was starting to feel a little depressed after feeling all this loss of life and everything like that. My mom also lost somebody very close to her. She was also close to me as well. She was like a friend of the family, and that happened literally a week before Kim had passed away. So it's just a lot. I lost one of my young cousins Still don't even know what happened to her, but she had a complicated life growing up. She had some things going on with her when she was born, and had a complicated life growing up. And unfortunately, I did not get to see her grow up as a young woman. So that really, that bothered me. I lost another cousin a week before she died. So, a lot of loss of life, but I'm slowly but surely getting out of that. And I'm trying to get back into, who I was before, basically. So you guys, feel free to reach out to me, send your positivity to me. Anybody who got some negativity, keep it to yourself, because I'm not the one. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep that comments to yourself, because I don't need that in my life right now. I need only positivity. If you ain't got nothing nice to say to me, don't say nothing at all. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? You got nothing nice to say to King, don't say nothing at all. All right, because I promise you, I ain't gonna say nothing negative to you at all. All right, so I'm gonna try to move forward in my life, and continue to be positive, and continue to remember all the lessons that I've learned in the last couple of years, and remember everything that I've been through to get me up to the point that I'm at now. So, like I said, I appreciate everybody for following my journey, but I'm gonna go ahead and close this live out. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. And once again, thank you guys for tuning in to this live. All right. Peace.